will start, but mine says still waiting.
Yeah, it's that we're live. It's going to pick up. There's about a 30-second delay or something like that on there, but it shows live on my screen.
Oh, yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose we may as well start.
Yeah, so, all right. We were talking earlier. We were talking about Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, speculating on where Bitcoin's going to go. And then you said, hey, I need to go check on the dominancy chart. You must share what you found with the dominancy chart.
I absolutely will do in a second. Basically, one of the things that we were talking when we were talking about it earlier is I was saying
he lost a lot of money, by the way, guys.
Only on spot, not on trading. I did do pretty well on trading. That's how I keep my dollar value exactly the same in times like this, because as it keeps going down, we just keep shorting it. But anyway, so basically, we were looking at Bitcoin's price earlier, and we was going, this surely has to stop at some point, and it's got to be leading somewhere. Bitcoin's price doesn't just go to nothing for no reason. Now we have insight with regards to mining and OTC markets that I guess some of you guys are not privy to, but we see a lot of these things on a daily basis. Now I thought it'd be rather interesting to have a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart that I've not looked at in about 3 months. So you just talk for a second while I set it up.
Yeah, so basically he mentioned this chart. And at first I was skeptical. And the reason why this is important is when we have a halvening come up, the one thing that is certain is people want more Bitcoin. I have been struggling to find that one thing that everyone is going to utilize to get more Bitcoin before the halvening. Typically it's mining or something ridiculous. And many of you guys might be thinking, well, no, it's the leverage market. Leverage market is what you utilize to maximize the Bitcoin you already have, not necessarily to go out there and try to accumulate, a massive amount more Bitcoin. There's always that one thing before it happened where people go out and try to accumulate more. When I talked to him and he mentioned this and I saw the chart, it started to make sense. It would make sense to me that we would see a massive, how can you say, altcoin rally before the halvening, because that has historically been an easy way to accumulate more Bitcoin. You create excitement with the altcoins. Well, guess what? You freaking create, I don't know, you create more Bitcoin.
Okay, so I've brought this chart on the screen now anyway. I think everyone can see it.
Hey, on Crypto Future World, whose volume is low? Is it Martini or mine? Someone comment. Martini, it's you. Turn up your gain a little bit, bud.
I can do? Okay.
Yeah.
That's as loud as it's going to get. I'll keep shouting. Is that better?
Someone give me a thumbs up if Martini's sound is better. Well, we're going to have to wait 15 seconds.
Knew this would happen. Turn me up on your computer as well. That means your microphone will pick me up better.
Let's see. You are cranked up. All right, so keep talking, and if there's a problem with it, we'll get into explain the chart.
Okay, so anyway, on this chart here that you can see on the screen right now, you can see that basically last time we had a look at this was in literally the last time I charted it on my channel was in April of this year. And at that point, I was saying, look, Bitcoin, if you've not bought it at this point, then you are incredibly close-minded. Bitcoin was not looking fantastic at that point in time. This is where Bitcoin price started to rise. Now, of course, what we've formed here looks to be what would be predominantly looked at as a bull point. However, there are several indicators here that point towards the fact that altcoins are going to make a resurgence in the fairly near future, I would say, because look at it. So I want to compare this directly to Bitcoin's price. So if we take it over to here, this is Bitcoin's daily price. So we've seen that Bitcoin's price has risen, as has, we zoom out to the exact same point, we see that over the same period of time, Bitcoin's dominance has risen. However, Bitcoin's price has started to dip, and it's dipping, and it's still, there's some that goes like that. But that's not relevant. My mind is getting sidetracked again because I am me. What we're seeing here is basically a weakening of the support to the downside of the Bitcoin dominance. And a lot of people say that you can't chart Bitcoin dominance. Well, I disagree entirely. Just as reliable an indicator for charting as Bitcoin's prices.
1 second. They're saying that your volume is fading out. Why is your... your volume is like they say you're sounding like you're drowning out, like you're muffling. People are commenting that you need a better mic.
Okay. I've turned it down just a little bit. I think that's what it is. I think it's picking up too much of it. It's too loud. The microphone's getting a bit busy. I'll try again. I'll continue, and we'll see how it goes from there. Fucking hate live stream. So anyway, turn up your volume if you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, fantastic. I'll speak as loud as possible. So, as you can see here, we're looking quite weak to the downside of this. You can see that the blue line here is crossed over, indicating we're slightly bullish with regards to Bitcoin's dominance. But there's a key factor here that I want to address. That is when you look on the lower time frame, say for example, 4-hour time frame, Bitcoin incredibly bearish dominance.
If you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, for example, Bitcoin peaking. We're absolutely peaking at the moment in terms of dominance, which indicates that there will be an altcoin resurgence some point soon. Now, this will also Superman has been gone for a long time now, and Superman is well, I miss Superman. He was a fun guy to be around. He capitulated as well as Bitcoin's price apparently. Anyway,
and stop for a second. They said you have no sound at all. Is it fixed?
Might be picking up just fine on my microphone. Put your microphone close to your speaker.
Getting better. No audio. Some people are saying it's mixed. Okay, keep talking. That's better. Start over.
Start over. Okay. Well, I'm not going to start from the beginning, but we'll start from here. We're on the weekly chart now for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is looking very much bearish, which would indicate that we would have a dip of around 7% of this previous resistance turn support level. It will be a support level when we touch it again. Also, we can see that the moving averages, this is a bullish sign, the fact that the weekly moving averages, it's crossed it. The red line has crossed the pink line, wherever you want to go. Basically, there's multiple signs that are indicating that Bitcoin's price, as it falls, will stimulate an altcoin pump, and altcoins are the best way to gather more Bitcoin, essentially. That's what it all boils down to. Leverage trading as a thing is peaking. What we're seeing right now is a complete peak in terms of the altcoin market. Not the altcoin market, the Bitcoin leverage trading market will never be bigger than it is currently for a number of years because everybody is switched onto it. Now, that's not a bad thing. More market participation in Bitcoin is better. I'll switch back away from this screen now because I don't really think it's relevant anymore.
No. So you're basically what you're trying to say is right now, based off of the Bitcoin dominance, there's a very clear indication that we are heading towards another altcoin rally in the very near future.
Yes.
What would work against that? Okay, so right now, looking at the chart, it looks very favorable for the fact that we're heading towards an altcoin rally. Okay, but what would work against that? Like, what would be the argument against that?
Scams, loads of scams. Everyone's a scammer. It doesn't help when you've got all these fantastic ideas that come out of mainland China. That's never the best thing for ideas to be coming out of a very strict communist regime. Well, not that strict communist anyway, but it's a strict regime with a lot of. Everyone knows what China's like. It's not the best economic to be building things in, which is why everyone bases their companies in Singapore. The problem that we have with altcoins is people. You put, when you have an altcoin instead of Bitcoin, you put a lot of trust in a team, and it all depends on whether that team is going to be delivering on that product that they have promised you. And have we seen maybe 1 in 100 projects has actually done what they said they was going to do at this point in time? And I think pretty much every single project has completely overshot the roadmap.
Right.
So confidence is going to be a big thing, but who cares about confidence if something's going up 200% a day is what I'd say.
So here's my thoughts on this, though. I see what you're saying, that you feel like the only thing that could work against an altcoin is the teams themselves, right? They're scammers. But what I'm asking is, when it comes to the market, do you think that Do you think that the institutional leverage trading market could work against this? Do you think
No,
that
no, the two separate things. So altcoins at this point, me and you, we see it all the time. We see that these people are coming to us now. They used to come to us with an idea. Now they come to us with a product. These products are going into the market at the moment. As these
right?
products go into the market, there will be more and more people willing to participate within these microeconomies. These microeconomies will then grow into something that is worthwhile and something that's going to work. So basically, what I'm looking for at the moment is projects with fantastic ideas that are functional, that are going to be something. I don't care about these. I'm not interested in the concepts anymore. Concepts that if no one cares about concepts. We care about good things, things that have been built, things that people invested $100 million into in 2017 that have actually turned something like Swissborg is a perfect example of that. Swissborg's application, I believe, launches very soon. The Swissborg, I've seen it. The best use of money, and also the fact that they didn't blow everything and they sold most of everything that they held before the bear market began in 2017 has meant that this is a project that will succeed. So Swissborg's market cap is something like 9 million at the moment. That will be 100 million market cap at some point in the future, or at least I expect it to do. Not a financial advisor, as per usual. But there is all that. What I'm saying here is a lot of money has been invested into products. A lot of people are coming out with products, and I don't think it matters what institutions think, because institutions are not the retail audience. These altcoins are predominantly aimed at retail audiences. Institutions shouldn't even be getting involved in it. VC gets involved in it. But when VC gets involved in things, they fuck it up because VC want to exit. They treat it like an investment when actually it's a utility. And what you need is market participants within a small economy in order for the utility to be useful. But it's no use if a VC is holding so many tokens.
Here's my argument, though. Here's my only argument against an altcoin rally. So 2017 offered a lot of promise, a lot of hope. A lot of people made a crazy amount of money with altcoins, right? 2018 was crypto winter. 2019, well, repaired some of that despair. Now we're back in a phase where leverage trading is obviously really starting to take effect. Now, through all of that, there was more pain than there was pleasure for the majority of the market. For altcoins to really rally, in my opinion, it's going to take, unfortunately, it's going to take manipulation to kick it off. I don't think the altcoin rally is going to kick off organically, right? So it's going to require wash trading, if you will, from either.
All right. This is again something I think I should address. So currently, you may see this on Binance. Binance goes, yeah, we're the only one with real volume. We've got 99% real volume, or whatever it is they want to call it. Bollocks, absolute bollocks. Because even if Binance is not market making themselves, everybody that gets listed on Binance has to provide market services in order to provide a liquid market. Now that makes complete sense. I've got no problem with people market making. Market making is an important part of a microeconomy. If you cannot supply liquidity to either side of the order book, then your economy is shit. There's no other way around it. You need to provide all the services in order for it's like having a baby and not giving it milk. That's how I describe it. But you give the baby milk and the baby does grow into something fantastic, or at least you hope so. Sometimes babies are shit and they turn into murderers. There's two ways that it can go in both cases. And I think
you get the murderous babies here now. We're really getting deep. But no, you make perfect sense. You make perfect sense. But that's the thing. For an altcoin rally to happen, we're going to have to amplify the wash trading that's already there. The bullshit trading is going to have to increase, and you're going to try to encourage the community to come in and support that wash trading, right? That's what's going to lead us to another altcoin rally. But my question is, do you think personally that the community has enough confidence and cash flow at this point to work into that altcoin rally?
Yeah. This is a group of people that have been around for 2 years, since 2017 at minimum.
Yeah.
Most of these people have either lost all the money and pissed off, or they've retained much of the money, or at least made some of it back, or they're new into the space within the past 18 months or so, and they're doing quite well. So I do think there's still a lot of money. In fact, I know there's a lot of money flowing around in this space. I know people that are willing to just buy 100K of altcoins at the drop of a hat. Myself, I do it on a semi-regular basis. I'll buy quite a large position in something. But I'll tell you one of the things that is prohibitive prohibitive. I think that's how you say it. To the growth of the next market is there is too much liquidity in altcoin markets. So what we'll start to see is, whereas last time we saw big caps pump, then we saw medium caps pump, and then we saw small caps pump. This time, what we'll see is we'll see small caps pump, then we'll see medium caps pump, and then we'll see big caps pump.
Well, I mean, that's a given, though. The small caps are the easiest ones to influence. You know?
Illiquid markets is where the real money is going to be made.
Yes. Now, here's the thing, though. Okay, so we see that we see that the charts are saying that an altcoin rally is on the horizon. We know that halving is happening next year. Altcoins is going to be the fastest way to accumulate more Bitcoin for this event. Not leverage trading. Leverage trading, you maximize your Bitcoin. Mining right now, there's too much. The technology is getting released faster than the market can handle this. Mining is not that way. Altcoins is the only thing that makes sense to me right now. But here's another question. Okay, this is what actually kicked off this conversation. I know many people are wondering right now. We first started talking this morning about the price of Bitcoin. And within an hour of us talking, you made a really accurate call that Bitcoin was going to bounce out of the 6,900s, and you think it's going to hover around $7,050. Possibility it'll test its resistance at $7,140. But then you and I also agree there's a possibility we can wake up tomorrow morning and see a $6,300 Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
What do you think? Whenever we had altcoin rallies in the past, okay, so we've seen the altcoin rallies in the past and how it's affected Bitcoin. With Bitcoin having so much leverage against it, my first thought is it makes more sense to keep Bitcoin's price in check sub 10,000 as long as you can while you rally Bitcoin or rally altcoins, which allows you to accumulate more.
Well, I want to
What
pause.
do you think? What do you think the outcome is going to be for the price of Bitcoin, though? If we actually have an altcoin rally and we want more Bitcoin, and you have tools like leverage markets to put Bitcoin in check, what do you think is going to be the price action of Bitcoin when this happens? Where do you think Bitcoin's going to lie?
Leverage markets are fickle and generally driven by Chinese people. That's the most amount of traders on all these exchanges are in China. So what are Chinese people most interested in now? I'm very familiar with Chinese markets at this point. Chinese people are not interested in Bitcoin. They're not interested in anything. They're interested in making as much money as possible in as short time as possible. They're not loyal to leverage exchanges. They're not loyal to anything in particular. They just want to see those percent signs going up into the multiple 100%. And once they see that the altcoin market has recovered, they're going to go to it. That's if you can drive China to the altcoins, then China will drive the altcoins. That's as simple as that. It doesn't take much. In terms of, so one thing that I do want to point out is if you have a coin with a market cap of $10 million, if it was Bitcoin, then its daily volume, if Bitcoin's market cap was $10 million, would be around $1,000 to $10,000 per day. So currently, every market cap that has above $10,000 of real volume, that has a market cap of around $10 million, has what the traditional markets would consider to be a liquid market. So if then you take that and you multiply that, and you actually look where we are now, we're in such a good position for altcoins. And the more I say it, the more I believe it myself. And it might be hopefully a self-fulfilling prophecy that this actually does come true. Actually, see the shirt, Bybit Games. Join me. Sign up to my
gosh. Bybit Schiller. Be careful.
I make a lot of money on it. It's good.
I mean, yeah, I have to give you this, though. You are the one of the very few crypto YouTubers who will give honest perspective on Bybit. Don't over leverage. Use your leverage to protect yourself.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people going around recently saying, "Oh, leverage trading is killing the space. It's killing it. Everyone's losing all the money." All I can think is, are you stupid? Do you not know how to use leverage? So a lot of people are going out there, they're putting $100 in an account, and they're using 100x leverage in order to trade with $10,000, and they're getting wrecked on a 1% candle. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So leverage trading, it should be used very carefully for people generally with at least $500 in play. You shouldn't, I mean, yes, you can play with less, but I would say anything less than that, you're not really going to, it's not worth your time, and it's kind of just gambling, and you will end up using high leverage. So to give you an idea of what I have generally in my Bybit account, keep around 40 to 50K in there. That's the float, and I always try and make at least 3 to 5% per day. So that gives you an idea of what I'm trying to pull out of Bybit every day. And every day I either achieve that or overachieve that. Now, why do I do that and not many people else can do it? It's because I'm only trading with a very small percentage of my account using incredibly high leverage in order to make myself, and it sounds stupid when you say it like this, but make myself much safer. So, say for example, I always open trades on either 3 or 5x leverage. I do this because that way I take on a large bulk of the position myself. Say I'm perhaps trading with 20% of my account balance, and I'm taking on this 3 to 5. Say I'm trading with 1 Bitcoin 3 or 5 times. Say for example, easy maths, 5 times trading with 5 Bitcoins on Bybit. Then I'm long in this position. But then this position starts to go in the right direction for me. How do I reduce the burden on my account, reduce the amount of liabilities that I have without using a stop loss that will be triggered by somebody when they go stop hunting? You do that by using high leverage, because if you use high leverage, then your liquidation point is much closer to your entry point, meaning that your initial amount of money that you can lose. So say, for example, I'm using 1 Bitcoin. I'm using I'm using the equivalent of 1 Bitcoin in terms of dollar value. You remember, because everything, all the math is done in dollar value. So say I'm using $7,000, and I switch that from being a 3 or 5x long to being a 25x long. That means I've then reduced my risk by 5 times for the amount of money that I would owe if overnight Bitcoin's price shat its pants. So basically, you should be using leverage to reduce the amount of risk that you have for your liability. Also, it restores liquidity to your account when you use high leverage. But if you're not familiar with how to trade with high leverage, you should not be trading with leverage at all. It comes down to how fiscally responsible are you? How much of a gambling addict are you? If you're a gambling addict, please don't use Bybit, because you'll just spend all your money on there. Be responsible. There's responsible ways of doing things, and there's irresponsible ways of doing things. There's a reason why I can pull out money consistently. That's all I'm saying.
The thing is, though, when it comes to leverage trading or any trading on in that regards, if you just simply look at the charts, it's very clear to see that trading is not for everyone. The price of Bitcoin moves 5, 10, 20% a day, which is not abnormal, right? And you see panic reactions. You see panic reactions in both directions, whether you're selling or you're buying. Either they sell, a few people feel like they can't sell it high enough, or they can't buy it low enough. You know what I mean? There's too much emotions in this space. And when it comes to things like leverage trading, I personally feel that there's too much emotions that are involved with it. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, especially now, though, if you look at the market right now, people are hungry to make money. People are absolutely to make money because people have lost so much money. I take, for instance, there's people who actually got into crypto this summer when Bitcoin was around $14,000. That was really nice to see a $14,000 Bitcoin, because I pulled out my handy dandy wallet. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a Lambo by the end of this year, But now those people who got that $10,000, $11,000 Bitcoin, they're wrecked. And they're looking for ways to make more money, and they step into more dangerous things. But, it is what it is. But here's my question. You have to answer this question. If Bitcoin, right, or if we have this altcoin rally that kicks in next year based off of what we're seeing from the charts, the dominancy charts, okay? If that rally kicks in, people want to accumulate more Bitcoin. What's going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? Will they use leverage trading to put it in check? And what price do you think Bitcoin will be stuck at? What price do you think it'll be stuck at next year while people are trying to accumulate more of it?
So Bitcoin is going to stay between $6,000 and $8,000, I would expect, for a long period of time. Although I do kind of expect to wake up one day soon and see Bitcoin at $6,300. I don't expect to see Bitcoin below that. And if it will be below that, it'll be very brief. Just like I said, it would be at 3,000. If we're going below it, it'll be very brief. Just ignore it. Get on with your life, and Bitcoin's price will go back up. So that's exactly what happened. Do it again, please, for me, Bitcoin. I wouldn't mind that. So what I'm trying to explain here is, if you have altcoins, when is people going to altcoin prices? People will be buying Bitcoins, but then selling it to get straight into altcoins. So that means you've got a net zero. It's not a positive or a negative. You've got positive buy and then a sell straight away. It does. So that's the way the market will work. And if you remember from 2017, we had 2 altcoin bull runs in 2017. With the first one, Bitcoin's price barely moved. In terms of, Bitcoin's price really went up after the capitulation of the market in September. It didn't really move during the altcoin run because people were just buying Bitcoin to buy altcoins. And the same thing will happen again. Apart from we don't have that stupid ICO phase where everyone is going, oh, buy my ICO, buy my ICO.
Oh
It's,
God, that was so crazy.
that back in the day.
Yeah. You know, the ICO craze though. You have to admit it though. The ICO craze was the fastest way to accumulate Bitcoin during 2017.
It was if you're an influencer, Superman.
Hey, speaking of Superman, so go ahead and open that can of worms because I actually, because you and I have done live streams a lot in the past, I have actually had people ask me, "Are you going to do another Superman video?"
Yeah.
It's crazy that there's people hungry for stuff like this, not calling out Superman, but you know what? The community wants it, so I have to ask the question.
What day is it today? It's Sunday. So I think about Wednesday. I've already got one planned, written, scripted. I've just been I'm making a music thing to go alongside it just because why the hell not?
So it's another Superman music video?
No, actually, it's a surprise. It's a really good one. It's the Peter Schiff diss track that I've been working on for a while. And the point of the video actually is not ragging on Superman. It's I want him to follow me back instead of block me. I'm joking. The point is, it's a half ragging on Superman. It's a funny video.
Unblock Jordan.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing so bad. He's a nice guy.
He loves you. Don't worry about it.
He's well, when I say he's a nice guy, he got a lot of people wrecked, and I will never support some of the shit things that he invested in. But in terms of himself, I think he's very depressed as a person. So I don't want to rag on him too hard.
So you guys have actually talked?
The only talks that I've had with him have been him threatening to sue me.
I can imagine it went something like he's gonna squash you like a cop.
No, I just know from other people like they've dealt with him. He's just a very friendly man. He's a big camp, I guess, and very short. He's about 5'4", I'm told. I want to see him at some crypto meetup one day. I think that'd be really impressive. Yeah, but this is why he won't fight me because I'm 6 foot almost. And
hang on a second. Speaking of controversy, you and Superman, that would be a good picture. But there's a picture of you and Roger Ver. Since Roger Ver supports an altcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and here's something you guys need to understand. Jordan sees the value aspect as far as maybe tech and transactions and the idea of Bitcoin Cash. He does see the potential in that, whereas I'm just completely resistant to Bitcoin Cash. Okay, mm-hmm. And I don't like Roger Ver, but Jordan, he has some fair arguments for Roger Ver, even though I don't think there is such a thing.
I'm gonna share my screen now and show this photo.
Oh my God, you guys ready? I'm ready. I gotta watch the comments. You know, Supo is gonna. If Superman ever wanted to take a jab at you, it's right here, right there. I'm encouraging him. I'm hoping he memes you or something like that. This would be real interesting.
He was so tired though. Look at his eyes. He's completely knackered. Anyway,
he looks high. What was he smoking?
I don't know how to zoom out now. Oh, there we go. We'll go back to Roger Ver's face.
That's such Bitcoin.com. I can't stand that shirt. If he truly believes in Bitcoin Cash, if he truly believes that Bitcoin Cash is the way, it needs to be BitcoinCash.com.
No. It needs to be Bitcoin.cash because we have .cash domains.
Okay, Bitcoin.cash. You know, he cannot sit there and steal the Bitcoin brand. I mean, come on. If this was like Amazon or Microsoft, if this was like if we were in the more of a business world and not such a small world, he would be sued. He would not have his damn lunch money.
It upsets me as much as it upsets you. I don't think he should be using the name, and I think that he's got a good intention. I like to see the best in people. This is why I don't want to rag on Superman too hard because I don't want him to do anything that he might later regret. But I like to see the best in people. I'm a very nice person myself, and if you ever do see me in public, please do say hello because a lot of people kind of like point and stare and don't come and say hello. So please do say hello. But the Roger Ver is the same. He's a very nice man in person. He was completely jet lagged, hadn't slept in like 2 days when he was at this thing, and he still managed to do a whole presentation and take a photo with me, despite me being some random guy that he's never seen before. And I thought it was a very nice gesture of him. So I've got nothing bad to say about him personally. However, I do think he is delusional. But I'm not entirely against Bitcoin Cash. I don't own any. I have many Bitcoins, but I don't have any Bitcoin Cash. I hold very small proportion, but I'm just about to actually, probably within the next couple of days, equal out everything: Bitcoin Cash SV, and Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin Cash SV is just a meme at this point, it's just a fucking scam. But it's I don't mind Bitcoin Cash. I think it's got 1 terabyte blocks is something that is scalable. I did the maths on it. It's completely scalable for real world applications. It's one terabyte blocks. That's what Bitcoin doesn't have.
Someone put in the comment section Bitcoin hex. I could pull that Martini guy style video off against Hextra, that Bitcoin hex.
Richard Hart is a fucking scamming bastard that wanted to do interviews with everyone, including myself, and I actually agreed to do it. I just forgot to do it, and I was going to rag on him in the interview. But to be fair, when he proposed this whole thing, he did put it forward and say, "Look, this is a scam." That was one of the first things that he said when he proposed Bitcoin hex. Bitcoin hex is a scam. But you can participate if you want. Everyone did. I didn't, but a lot of people did, and it's a scam.
It's well, I do not like the method of that, because it's keying off of everyone's hope right now to get rich. The idea that you're just going to get Bitcoin, you're going to key. I don't like it. I don't like it. But okay, so here's the thing. I've had several people ask in the comments section, since we're talking about Bitcoin show strong signs of altcoin rally. Pick 3. You give 3 and I'll give 3 coins that I feel will do well in the next altcoin rally. So you first. 3 coins. Now remember that the focus, the thing is, I'm not asking 3 coins that are going to last 10 years. I'm not asking 3 coins that are going to, do something meaningful. 3 coins that would do well during an altcoin rally. That's what I'm asking.
Any. It was talking about the ones that I think would return the highest amount of money. Verge, because the guy's a scammer and he loves pumping his coins. What else? Ethereum is going to do well regardless of anything else. I always pick Ethereum. I always hold the bag of Ethereum. If I was anybody watching this right now, if you have the money for it, and again, financial advice, but try and acquire as much Ethereum as possible. If you have, say, several thousand Ethereum, then that will make you very, very happy boy come next bull market. And Ethereum, I think right now is pretty reasonably priced, to be honest. Yes, we'll probably see it lower. Yes, we'll probably see it as low as $100. But you're talking about averaging over a long period of time. Ethereum's got some really good things coming up. And then the last one I go with is Tron, because I think Justin Sun will take it to $1 next time.
I'm going to have to agree with Tron. 100% I'm going to have to agree with Tron. I had the chance to meet Justin Sun in New York briefly. It wasn't very eventful.
He's very short.
But Justin Sun, when it comes to Tron, I do not believe in Tron. I think Tron is the biggest pile of garbage, personally. But to answer my own question, the coins that I think will do well in an altcoin rally, not coins I think have purpose, not coins I think will be around for 10 years, not coins I think will turn into something, completely legitimate. The 3 coins I think are going to do well in an altcoin rally. For sure, I believe Tron is definitely going to be one of those.
I think there's a guy in YouTube trolling, saying that Seal is going to pump.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Tron. I would have to also go with something like an Omise Go, because Omise Go is one of those coins that they're really excellent at taking advantage of a optimistic market. They're really good at that. And I would have to say another coin that I would think is good at capitalizing off of an optimistic market is going to be XRP. I'm not a fan of XRP. Okay, many of you guys, I'm waiting for the hate comments now. I'm not a fan of it, but XRP, if you want to talk about a massive marketing engine that does a fantastic job at it. I mean, the only person I think does it better than XRP as far as marketing is going to be Tron. I think it'll be Tron, XRP, and Omise Go will be the 3 who take advantage of an optimistic market and really rally those coins. I don't think they'll last forever, but I think they're going to take advantage of an optimistic market.
So currently, I'm going to show you my Bybit right now. I don't care if everyone else sees it because I'm going to withdraw it today. This is on a private account as well. I have got 39,236 XRP, which is worth about $9,000, which I think is a substantial holding XRP. This is not my only XRP holding. This is just my just one account that is on a public exchange. I do genuinely believe that I'll be able to sell this shitcoin to someone at $3 a piece within the next 2 years. $3 times that, 120,000. Very nice amount of money. But I won't be selling it until then. Until then, I'll trade the price of it. But I just think that's pretty nice.
I think a $3 XRP is possible. I do think that $3 XRP is possible, but I don't know. I don't know if we see it in the next 2 or 3 years. XRP, I'll have to say though, unfortunately, is one of those things that won't go away for a long time. And they have an excellent excuse for it. And the excuse is, well, development takes time, and it does take time. But there's a lot of things that should have been solved by now. But Tron, going back to Tron, again, I do not support Tron. I believe that we will see Tron the next rally. My personal opinion, he's going to take that to a double-digit coin, like a $10 coin. It'll be $10 or better. I guarantee he's going to take it to that level because Justin Sun, if you talk to a Chinese project right now, I challenge you guys watching this right now. You should definitely not just speculate on coins, but take the time to reach out to the teams, get to know these teams, go to conventions, there's crypto meetups. Show up, okay, and talk to these projects. Because if you talk to the Chinese projects, something they all have in common is they're pretty much on to Justin Sun's game. They all agree that they feel he's taken it over the top as far as his marketing methods. So now when you're at a point when you have people calling you on your shit, more or less, you've got to do something different. You've got to redirect the attention. The best way to redirect the attention and to save his face as far as his crypto guru genius is pump that coin. That coin is going to pump. I guarantee that coin, the next altcoin rally is going to be the news. It's going to be the talk, even though we all know what it is. It's going to be the talk. I guarantee it. And I hate that. It drives me nuts. But 5 years from now, it'll probably disappear.
You think XRP will disappear? Oh, no, it won't disappear.
No, I'm talking about Tron. XRP? No, right. I think XRP is going to evolve into something else. I think XRP.
Tron will get bought out by some Chinese conglomerate, and Justin Sun will disappear into the abyss with multiple billions of dollars. But I don't think that. I see. This is where my opinion is different from yours. I don't think Tron is a scam. I think they're scammy, but I don't think it's a scam. I do think there's a genuine product there. Same goes with stuff like Matic. Scammy, but not a scam. And I think there's, again, an important distinguish to be made here. The difference between scammy and scam. Scammy means some of the things that you might be doing are slightly unethical. But are they in the interest of the greater good of the cryptocurrency? Justin Sun is early into cryptocurrency, earlier than CZ. I think Justin Sun's intentions getting into the space were good. I think he's corrupted by money, absolutely. But there's a lot of these Chinese projects I'd put up there on the scam list, I think, before Tron. And I don't think that whenever it is, will be Tron's next bull run. I think that Tron has got many years to come. I think it'll be around for at least 20 years, even in one form or of another. You've got to look at the coins right now. So comparing this with like the 2014 bull market, Peercoin. Where's Peercoin now? Peercoin's gone. Vertcoin, I think, was another one. All these little shit coins from back then that were something and they were going to be the next big thing have all disappeared. Whereas this kind of, all of them have stayed around. These big platform coins, they're all still around. They've all generated a lot of money. You've got to bear in mind that who was selling? Ask yourself, who was the one that was selling to you when it was $300 Neo? Was it Neo? Probably. That's well funded.
Speaking of Neo, when I went to San Francisco Blockchain Week, I got to hang out with John Davidos a little bit, and I was moderating the discussion, tracking Bitcoin and not just for the IRS, which I need to do a video on that because I learned a lot about our cryptocurrencies and being tracked. But he actually watched that and he was a fan of how I did that. And we had a brief discussion about Neo and some of the things going on. And Neo, I could have easily included in the top 3, right? But I didn't include it in top 3 because I'm looking for 3 just pump coins, that will just absolutely pump. NEO is going to do very well on the next altcoin rally, but I also believe NEO will be around 5 years from now. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah. Well, Neo's changed. So Neo's management has changed. Everything has changed.
Well, you see, the whole model right now is if you talk to anybody in the leadership role, coin price last, platform first, because it was the platform that put them on the map in the first place. And then in 2017, the leadership at that time were just trying to make sure NEO was not chasing the market, and was still leading the market because NEO had a lot of promise, a lot of hope for the platform. So they're working on the platform first right now. And if you look at their coin price, so you have to admit that even though they're not really hyping the coin like 2017, and no one really talks about it in a marketing sense, community sense, we always talk about NEO. Everyone that's in the community knows NEO. But even though there's not getting any marketing efforts, you have to admit that they have solid support. Especially was around the $9 of what their standard support has been through all the craziness, about $9 and some change. Yeah, we could probably say it's market makers, but it's been pretty religious support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, come on, lay out the honest thoughts. I know you're thinking something.
No, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. Absolutely gone. That's the thing. For me here in the UK, 7:00 at night on a Sunday, I'm ready for bed. I need to cook my tea as well. Having spatchcocked peri chicken.
Yeah. How old are you?
That's a secret.
That's secret. Okay. We'll just say that you're young, and you're already going to bed at 7.
No, I'm taking piss. I'm not going. I normally go to bed at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, something like that. I can never get to sleep.
I was going to say if you were going to bed at 7:00 and you're a cryptocurrency influencer, you're a cryptocurrency advocate, you're heavily invested in trading, and you're also in the business aspect of cryptocurrency. You're going to bed at 7:00. There's something wrong.
I get. Generally I would say between 4 and 6 hours of sleep per day. That's what I shoot for 6 hours. Over the weekend, sometimes I will maybe stretch to 8 hours sleep. It's incredible. But to be fair, my opinion on sleep goes like this, and I think this is an important life lesson for kind of everyone watching. Sleep is pointless. Sleep is just a simple recharge. It's like plugging in your phone at night. That's all sleep is. You don't need. You need the bare minimum in order to achieve as much as you possibly can during the day. And there's tools to help you with that. Not cocaine. I do see a lot of people going down that route, especially now I'm in London. Do not use cocaine to cope with the work-life balance. That is not a good idea. You use coffee instead. Works much better. Make like 6 coffees in a row.
It's funny you say that. People value sleep more than they value success. That's the truth.
Yeah,
they do. I value filling up this wallet to its brim more than I do sleep. Okay, that one and like 5 others. But yeah, I want to see how much Bitcoin can a ledger actually handle. There has to be a limit. Even there's not. I'm being sarcastic.
The one in the chat says no, you need at least 8 hours sleep. I entirely disagree. You can train your body. For example, I was watching an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He gets 4 hours sleep per day.
He recommends no more than 6.
Yeah. The guy is built like a tank, and he's like 70 something now. You can't disagree with that. Yes, he's probably got very good genetics, but at the same time, you make your own luck. You build yourself. Everyone can build themselves in a certain way, and being physically superior is important as well as being. I don't know what I'm saying at this point.
Well, I get where you're going with this. I get you. Sleep doesn't determine. How can you say the amount of hours you sleep? Right? If you sleep more, doesn't equal better health, and it does not guarantee better health. You could sleep 8 hours a day, and then work a 40-hour work week, make $500 a week, and stress out about paying your bills, and stress out about feeding your family, stress out about making your car payment, stress out about just everyday life, and all that 8 hours of sleep means dog shit at that point. Or you could sleep 4 to 6 hours a day, right? And to me, the first thing I do when I wake up, they say don't touch your phone, don't check your emails. That is, as soon as my eyeballs open, I grab my phone, I check my messages, I check my emails. I want to know what my day consists of because I'm excited. Well, the thing is, excited, like what kind of money am I going to make today? You know,
me and you every day, because we're self-employed, so we're heavily incentivized to perform to a very high standard every day. There's no slacking. We can't just stop and take a break. But for me, I enjoy it. Like exactly the same as you. Wake up in the morning, first thing, lean over, grab phone, see how many
That right
messages
there.
I've had during the night. Yeah, exactly. Mine's here, and then another one's here, and then there's another one just under my desk as well.
You need to
But
learn how to. You need to learn how to use the technology you have. You can fit 5 phones into one nowadays. You know that?
But tell them how difficult it is for like you to get hold of me sometimes. It's
You
impossible. Like I
suck.
just
It's amazing you make any money. You know, the thing in the business world, I'm easy to get a hold of. I never miss an opportunity. That's one. I'll have to say, out of all your strengths, you have one weakness. You miss opportunity because you're horrible getting back. But you know what? That's still a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have when you have
too
to
busy.
manage getting back to your opportunities.
But I also want to say that that is a market indicator because we're not short of work. We speak to these companies every day. We deal with these things. We help them out in many different ways. And there's no shortage of demand for that.
No.
Especially now, altcoins are kind of realizing that the market is turning. There's something definitely going on in the market. There's more investment going in than I've ever seen in terms of VC. It's incredible the amount of VC money that I see floating in. And again, I'm helping conduct some of these deals. They're very boring at times, but the money that's flowing is a very good indicator. I'd also quite like to ask everybody watching, there's 304 of you, smash a like on this video for sure.
Yeah. Smash the likes. I'm fixing to share something huge real fast. I forgot to tell you about this. I am working on a thing right now when I finish the video with this called Operation Crypto Santa, and I haven't fully shared this with you. This is gonna be a pleasant conversation. So crypto.com is one of the companies I'm working with on this. And basically what I'm doing is I'm building a fundraiser, okay, raising a ton of money, cryptocurrency, rephrase, I'm raising a ton of cryptocurrency with various projects. 100% of this crypto I'm raising, I'm going to use it to pay off things like layaways. Here in America, during the holidays, families struggle, and people put things on layaway at a store for like $100 and less. I mean, $100 to you and I is like,
I mean, I lose that every second of the
yeah, you know
day.
what I mean? And I feel, and not everybody can do that, right? So I want to go and pay off all the layaways at all the stores for $100 and less. Now, the next problem people suffer during the holidays is they cannot pay their power bills. They sacrifice paying utilities and different bills to buy presents. So I'm going to pay off power bills that are like $120 and less, low income power bills. So crypto.com is like, yeah, if you use our card to do these things, we're going to do something with them. I have various other cryptocurrency projects that want to jump on there also, but I think I'm going to change how I do this because all these cryptocurrency projects that jump on want me to do something more for a marketing element for them. And this isn't a marketing opportunity for these projects to help, but this is more focused, in my opinion, on actually showing that cryptocurrency is a community and we can give back to the world in various ways. So I'm going to actually be setting up a website using unstoppable domains. I want to keep everything as blockchain as possible. It's going to be a blockchain website to where I'm going to do a fundraiser and we're going to see exactly how much funds I can raise with all the projects and all the people that want to get involved. 100% of that, every dime, every Satoshi is going to go towards people, helping people for Operation Crypto Santa. So I'm going to put it all on a crypto.com card and I'm going to vlog the whole process and I'm going to do that this winter. So
I think that's a very good idea. It's kind of similar to the I in my Telegram group the other day, some guy, I don't remember who it was, but someone said that they were a bit short of money, so I sent them some money, and then a bunch of other people asked, I sent them all money as well. I sent like $100 away in like the space of 10 minutes because one person. But I also think that there's such thing as paying it forward, and in some of the things in our industry that you see, they're sending a lot of people to hell, and so.
I have an idea. Now we're having this conversation. I believe in force multiplying. I believe in most people get greedy with ideas. I don't get it. Me. I agree with ideas or money, right? And it makes more. So I have an idea. How about you and I use our influence on this and see how many projects if I can raise. My goal is to raise about 100,000, maybe 200, even $1 million. If I can raise, the more I can raise, I want to include things like what do you call it? Make-A-Wish and Salvation Army. Make-A-Wish is the one I like the most. Make-A-Wish is that charity that says, hey, if I find kids who are terminally ill, you know who they are, and they find out what it is that they want to do before they die, And if I can get enough crypto projects and people involved in this, I'd like to throw 6 figures at Make a Wish from crypto. You know what I mean? From the crypto world. So I mean, hell, maybe you and I can stimulate some projects to throw in on this, and we can make this a joint effort because tis the season to be jolly and start giving. So I mean, I
I'll
love
put
this
a
time of
few
year.
K in. I think we can. And MM's Crypto's watching this as well. You can put a few BTC in yourself.
Yeah.
I think if it would be nice to have a whip around from everyone, and then I don't know, or everyone can make an individual video on their channel. And we just go. I've wanted to do it for a while now. You just go give a shitload of money to some poor people, or even just one person. You get them from being. I don't know. I don't want to pick a junkie. That's something particular I don't want to go for because you can never trust that they will stay on the right path. But someone that's fallen on hard times, for example, or a family that's struggling to pay rent, I'd be more than happy to say. I mean, for my sister, for example, my sister took the traditional route. She went through university. His boyfriend just broke up with her. She got no money. She had to pay 6 months rent up front. Who's going to pay it? I had to pay it because, it's not the nicest thing having to move house just because one half of your income fucked off. It's the kind thing to do. And it's a similar thing that I think it should be. And I know that you do stuff in your personal life as well with regards to your drug addled friends. That
I do. That's the thing is, what's success mean if you're not going to try to do something good with it? To me, you're corrupt. It's a very corrupt thing to be successful and then not use it to help someone else because I don't know, it's just paying it forward. And then you think about this, like this charity thing I want to do, right? Operation Crypto Santa, where we're going to take and we're going to build up all this money. We're going to give 100% of it away to pay off layaways and power bills. Some kid or even teenager will hear about this and find out about it, and then open their minds to the new possibilities of, hey, what is this cryptocurrency thing that helped my family out? I mean,
exactly.
It's just paying it forward.
Everyone always thinks Bitcoin is the drugs thing, but what about if you could use it to solve the drugs problem? There's so many, like, the reason that I even bought Bitcoin in 2013 was because of the Silk Road. I didn't want to use the Silk Road or buy anything off the Silk Road. I was just super into it. And so I bought a few Bitcoins back then. Never made any money on them, but I made money and then I lost money because I never sold them, never realized any profits. But the point is that these cryptocurrency has such a negative stigma in the press. I'm very familiar with UK press. I actually know a few of the editors of the major newspapers on a semi easy to get to basis. And they cover it. They cover something like this and they cover it for free. And I think it's a fantastic thing to do. And again, you could get in touch with some of the other people. This is just turning into a business discussion now.
Well, it is. It's a thing. I want you to think about this. We're having this discussion publicly. You know what I mean? Even people in the cryptocurrency community need to know that crypto is more than just the crypto assets. It can become a movement. You can have these kind of discussions amongst each other and encourage more adoption, encourage more education, or simply use it to help the cause, And the conversation, like what you're talking about, the whole idea of this is a marketing thing. I already told every project that wanted to be part of this would be picked up by major newspapers when I do this. It's going to be picked up. But then I had some projects who are saying, well, they want me to gear it their way. I'm like, no, I'm not gearing this towards the way of the project. Everybody's going to get publicity off of this. But the goal of this is to show that crypto is something that's for the community. It's the people's currency, and we can give back. We can get more people in the community. We can help people. I mean, that's the goal. That's why I decided we're going to set up a website on the IPFS internet, the blockchain internet, which anyone can access, which I'm going to give more instructions on. We're going to do a fundraiser that way. Every person, every project goes through that route, and all of it's going to go to the crypto.com card, where I'm going to go ahead and spend 100% of it. So, I mean, maybe we should do that. I don't know. There's more than just America that can utilize something
How
like
do you
this.
fancy a trip to San Francisco and we can buy a bunch of homeless people some weed?
No, actually, the problem with most of those guys are all hungry. I shit you not. Most of those people in San Francisco were hungry. That was a huge problem. And granted,
That's weird, is that? They always complain about having too much food in England. People go to shops all the time and feed them.
Now,
they're like, all we want is money. We don't want the food.
No, these guys are hungry. There was a lot of hungry people on the side of the roads. They have shelters and whatnot, but I mean, there's just, I don't know. There's a lot of fun things that can be done with this. I wanted to share it with you. We share it with the community. We'll have to capitalize off this conversation more, right? But I wanted to kind of put this out there for people to think about because there's something that we're going to we're gonna do with this. But listen, we're at 54 minutes. So, anything you want to close this video off with?
Subscribe to that martini guy.
Yes.
That's it.
Subscribe.
I've got a Telegram group as well. You might want to join. It's t.me/TMG trading. All one word. If you type it in, it'll come up. That's generally like the most active chat that I have these days. If people are interested, join it. Link to it's in my video descriptions, and that's it.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, I didn't take a whole bunch of questions off of the chat because it seems like more people were listening on this live stream, and a lot less questions. So I mean, next time we do one, I'll take more questions. But make sure you do subscribe to that Martini guy. And if anybody has any ideas or thoughts for what I close this video out with as far as a charity, hit me up on Telegram, or even hit up Jordan on that Martini guy on Telegram. Hit him up. Both of us are going to kind of collaborate on this one. So I mean, it's going to be a fun thing. And thank you guys for watching.
Okie dokie, yes. And you've got to remember to close the stream.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit the end stream, guys. So you guys have a good day. Peace out.
Peace. Deuces.